Instead, we have the opportunity to make a habit of empathy, to recognize ourselves in each other.
The other example of empathy that I thought I might share is something that's been very challenging for me. I'm working with a particular family right now down in Los Angeles. The husband is 50. His new wife, it's his third wife, is younger, she's 31. And they have an infant together. He also has 4 children by 2 previous marriages. He's wealthy, and he has been diagnosed by a medical doctor as having extreme narcissistic personality disorder. And because he's wealthy and just his own particular journey, he's addicted to pornography and spends a lot of his time watching pornography in his room and hiring young prostitutes, call girls from all over the country and flying them in. Of course, every other counselor and therapist, I shouldn't say of course, but sadly, the other counselors and therapists that they've seen immediately judged him for what, of course, is a very easy behavior to judge, and is hard for me not to judge that. Here's this beautiful wife and infant. He has 4 children that are desperate for his attention. I've especially bonded with his 10-year-old son. And they're desperate for his attention. And for me, I'm having to practice extreme compassion, not to let my judgmental brain say anything that he could perceive as judgment, but rather to just try and access what are his needs and why is he trying to meet those needs in this way. And I'm the only coach, counselor, therapist that he's brought back more than twice. He's integrated me into his family. I'm working very closely with him. I go, I spend the night, I'm getting involved. But honestly, it's been an extraordinary challenge for me to really watch everything I say, to monitor my thoughts and translate my own judgments, because I have them, into compassion and to try and steer him in the direction gently of getting his needs met as a loving father without judging the behavior that is easy to judge. And so it's a challenge for me, but I wanted to also say that the way I try to manage that challenge is I notice the judgments, I acknowledge the judgments in my brain, and then I translate, give myself empathy. Wow, I'm really managing this well. Wow, this is really sad to hear this. Wow, I'm really feeling frustrated or angry or agitated. I acknowledge it within myself, acknowledge my needs that aren't being met, my needs for his family to contribute to the well-being of his family the way that I would like for him to. But then I try to access what's going on for him and to access from my heart of compassion as much as I possibly can. And it's been an incredible test for me. And so far, he's still bringing me back, so I haven't blown it. But I'm afraid of that. There's that part of me that's afraid that I'm going to slip and say something judgmental, and it's so tricky. So what I wanted to say is that the practice of empathy is just that. It's a practice. It's like doing yoga. It's like doing martial arts. It's like playing a musical instrument. It's a practice. And I don't know anyone who's perfected it. Marshall talks about how he doesn't always practice perfect empathy, how his grandkids will trigger him. But we practice it. And there's wonderful ways to do that. There's practice groups all over the world. I'm going to teach a practice group in a few minutes. And there's the DVDs and the videos and the books. And so I just urge everybody, practice in whatever way you can, with your family, with your partner, with your friends, or find a local practice group. And practice learning how to give yourself empathy. Practice learning how to give empathy and understanding to others. And you know what? Not even because it's spiritual or it's the right thing to do. It feels good. I feel better. When I'm in my judgmental brain and I come from that place, it doesn't feel good. I don't appreciate what happens after that. When I come from the heart of compassion, my life is so much more rich. It's so much more enjoyable. My relationships are better. And so, I'm not doing it because I'm this spiritual guy. I'm doing it totally because it makes life more wonderful. And that's, I guess, the testimonial I wanted to share.
see the world through other people's eyes. Now, empathy is a quality of character that can change the world.